Morning, guys. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I hope everybody's waking up to a great day. Waking up after a great holiday celebration last night. We seen Arthur fireworks. They were one of the best shows that I've seen. But in regards to some stories I was making about a year ago about what I was going through with my GI and my stomach issues. Here I am a year later, and I put everything I had. It doesn't make sense. It's insanity, and all it is simply the fear of the unknown. But the unknown doesn't mean not better. So the referrals in, we're waiting for a call back from Washington U. I've chosen a doctor named Paul E. Wise, is who I would like to do the surgery. I have some people still yet to talk to. I'm nervous. I have the fear of, surgery. There's always that. Everybody's got that. And I got the fear of change. And just accepting that, part of your body is just no longer your body. It doesn't work no more, man. I've been in denial, I think, for longer than I'd like to admit. And I feel that when I have this procedure, that I'm going to be angry. Not because of having the procedure, but for how long I suffered before I had the procedure. Due to fear, stubbornness, and insisting on it being my way. Well, I think that this may be a lesson in God saying, you have a challenge to face. And you've had a lot of challenges in the past, and I've guided you through them, and you've been fine. So with that, all I have is to pray, meditate in a state that doesn't exist yet, that represents a state that is heavenly better than where I am sitting. I mean, it's a topic nobody wants to talk about, and that's why in turn a lot of people let it go and go when they have issues. My aunt, my grandfather's sister, had colon rectal surgery, and that's a very easily treatable cancer, and she was embarrassed. And she let herself die just because she didn't want to seek treatment because of embarrassment. That's part of this. But after like 20 years of being in this way, I don't know what could happen that can embarrass me more than I've already been embarrassed in my life, due to certain aspects. So if I have a way that instead of taking 3-4 hours a day in constant misery, taking medications that do what they're supposed to do, but in turn tax the body so much, and not to mention price. The reality, I've made my list. I put my positives on one side, I put my negatives on the other side. And there's not many negatives other than the ones that are perceived by me as being possible negatives. But the human mind thinks of the worst case scenario because that's how we've evolved to survive. So with knowing and knowledge, I'm able to challenge them aspects and know that I just need to make the best decision and make sure that I put it into the best capable hands. A year ago, the surgeon that I was going to talk to, I did not have confidence in. He did not seem to have confidence in himself that what he was offering me was going to offer me relief. I did not feel comfortable with the man doing surgery on me. One, I don't think he has done a lot of spinal cord injuries, neurogenic bowel. It's a little different of a situation. I also have a partially extended lower left bowel, which is called partial megacolon. Down there is a pocket that has swollen up because of my use of opiates. over as long as I used them, and the constipation that would ensue that would last for weeks, sometimes a month. And that just sat in there, and it just stretched a space out that my body is not able to, just because of the fact that it's an ergogenic bowel. It don't work. So I can keep on forcing medicines down my throat, sticking them up the other end, and I can keep doing all this, and that's insanity. And I have more to think about now. Every hour that I'm on the toilet is an hour that I'm locked out of family life. And those hours are adding up. And at one time, maybe I didn't care. Maybe I didn't have better things to do. But I have a family now. I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to handle it myself. I want my independence, and I want my life back. And just to be real, I haven't had a real homeostasis balance in my body for a long time. I tried to get supplements, and I about killed myself because I didn't realize, I got one kidney, so I'm trying to take mushroom supplements, and then, I had a ginkgo biloba from my mind and ashwagandha root to help with some of the anxiety. All of them not recommended for one kidney. My kidney can't process out some of the magnesium's a hard one. There's just there's no FDA ratings to supplements, and they can have heavy metals in them. They can have a lot of different things that aren't good for my one kidney. So as far as helping myself out that way, but by helping myself out by not having to take as many pharmaceuticals as I am, just to make something work that's futile, and it's only going to get worse, and I'm only going to get older, and that's the reality of the situation. So I am moving forward, and I'm past that block. I wasn't ready last year. I'm ready, and I'm going to follow the process, and I'm going to share, because I know that there's a lot of people out there suffering with bowel problems, whether they're spinal cord injury or whether they're a Crohn's patient. And I know how big of a mental thought it is to have that kind of procedure done. And I think a lot of it's due to the stereotypes from the past of how it went, and not today, and they're unrealistic. But I do love y'all. I'm just, struggling to get through this. We're going to move through it as each step comes. I'm going to be as well informed as I can. And I'm going to share, the ugly too. We're going to get through. We're going to come out the other side. I love you, and I thank all of y'all that still watch and take the time to check in on me, even though I disappear for quite a while. Sometimes I just sit with my squirrels, and I got another YouTube channel that's pretty much just based on my squirrels. So love, light, and keep driving to put one foot in front of another. Love y'all. Happy Sunday. Yeah.